We didn't just record a 30-minute video and forget to plug the microphone in.
This is what happens sometimes when you're trying to do a video. Sometimes you do the craziest things. Oh well, take two. This video is an exciting video, and welcome to Creative Grandma's channel. I am Glenda, and this is Cody, and welcome to the channel. This video is so exciting. Premier done it again. Premier has just released 9 brand new colors in multicolors in the Premier Basix. Yes, and it's funny because we got on here to look at the colors, and the first thing Cody and I did was we both liked the same color. So as you're watching this video, let us know what your favorite color is. So first we're going to tell you about the yarn, and then we're going to jump right in and show you the brand new colors.
This is Premier Basix Multi. It's a 4 medium weight worsted yarn. It's 245 yards, 224 meters, 5 ounces, 140 grams. It's 100% acrylic. It's tested and approved
Against 150 harmful substances. And that means it's wonderful for even the most sensitive of skin. So it's a great value yarn. It's an affordable yarn for anyone looking for a nice acrylic. Now it is soft, but it's not super soft. But it is a great value yarn.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with a lot of different value yarns, and it's not bad. This is machine wash and dryable, and the color I have in my hand is color Lullaby, but we'll go over it on the video later. Let's get to the new colors first.
So I'm very excited about these colors, and this first color, as soon as we pulled it up, Cody and I both said, oh my goodness, I like that. Now, when you're on Premier's website, the other thing I really like that Premier has done is they show a crocheted sample, a knit sample, and below that they're going to show you the coordinating colors. So you don't have to switch from this page to the solid colors and try to figure out what colors you need to go with this yarn. They have already been figured out for you. So make sure that you're checking out those solid colors, because right away the first thing I was thinking is granny squares, ripple style blankets, all kinds of ideas for this yarn. And I'm so happy that Premier brought some new colors out. They had 5 colors, but now they have 14 colors available. So let's start with this first color. It is the Sherbet Multi. Let's take a look at the crocheted sample.
Wow.
Isn't that gorgeous? Whoever designed this yarn, these colors with the lavender, the yellow, I can't tell if that's a cream or if that's a really light yellow, and that I think it's mint green. It could be a blue. I'm going to order all these colors in, and then I can show them to you in hand when they arrive. And Cody and I will be making swatches using different stitch patterns so you can see what you may like in this yarn when you see it worked up. So that is a double crocheted sample. Let's go to the knit sample. Isn't it pretty done in the knit sample?
Yeah.
I like these colors in the shorter stitches. They just seem to have a better look. And then when you go underneath that, you're going to see the coordinating colors that match this yarn. And that's a really nice feature that they already done the solid colors for you. So maybe you want to make a ripple style blanket. All you have to do is look at those colors and choose the colors you wish. So you can use 1 color to go with it, 2 colors, or all the colors. It's all up to you of what you are thinking in your mind of what you want to make.
Yeah, this is super convenient. And it also helps sell the yarn to me, because in my head when I'm seeing these coordinating colors, I'm envisioning the projects that I'd like to make. And I can think of about 30 different blankets that I would make with this particular color. So yeah, I just absolutely love this. So Premier, hook your boy up with 10 skeins and I'll make you a blanket. How about that?
It is very, very pretty.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the next new color.
This next one's a nice one too. I like this.
Yes, this is very pretty. This is Blossom Multi. And again, I really like that they have both a crocheted sample and a knit sample to look at. So the crocheted sample, isn't that pretty? Now, I like this sample because it looks uniform.
Yeah.
It has a really nice all over look, even in the double crochet. So let's take a look at the knit sample. I love the shorter stitch patterns better. I love the knit patterns. But that crocheted pattern wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very pretty colors in this one. It almost looks like a lavender white and a light pink and a darker pink. Let's take a look at the solid colors. Very beautiful. And again, you can use one color, two colors, or all of them. Just depends on what you want to make. Now, as you're looking at these yarns, we will put an affiliate link in the description box underneath the video. That link will bring you directly to this page, directly to these beautiful new colors of the Premier Multis. So the next color is the Tropical Multi. Now this color is very tropical, very happy, more of a spring summer beachy vibe in my opinion. Let's take a look at the double crocheted sample. And as you're looking at these colors, remember we'll have our affiliate link in the description box underneath the video. Click that link and it's going to bring you directly to this page and you can view all these beautiful colors on your own. Let's take a look at the knit sample. I really like the knit sample. I like the shorter stitches. And remember, when you're looking at these stitch patterns, it can have a totally different look depending on what stitch pattern you're using. And we'll be bringing you a swatch video. I'm going to order all these new colors in, and we're going to be making up swatches. And we're going to show you what these yarns look like done in different stitch patterns. Then when you go down one more box, you're going to see all the coordinating colors, and this is bright and fun for the summer. I can see so many ideas in my head of what to do with this yarn, and I really like that those solid colors go with that multicolor.
Yeah, I mean, Premier has really hit it out of the park with these new multicolors. These are my favorite kind of yarns.
Yeah.
And I love to do the swatch videos, especially with yarns like this. So really looking forward to using these. Okay, let's go to the next one. This one is Venus Multi. And I gotta say, I kind of like this one.
Very unique colors together. I was really surprised by this one. I'm seeing reds and purples and white and orange. Just unusual colors. And sometimes these unusual colors make the most beautiful items. Let's take a look at the double crocheted sample.
Ooh, I don't like the sample, but I like the yarn.
I like the colors, but I agree. I do not like how right in the center it changes the design of the yarn. It changes the pattern. Now, if this was bigger, it might create a beautiful optical illusion, but I don't like when you have so many rows of one kind of stitch pattern, the colors going in a certain pattern, and then it changes. So I think this colorway, I think would probably look better in a shorter stitch. But again, when you make a longer sample, it might look completely different. I do love this knit sample.
Yeah, you'll notice with several of these yarns that the shorter stitches of the knit sample look better than the higher double crochet samples. Like we always say, it all dependent on the length of your project and the stitch pattern you choose. It could look a million different ways.
Yep, that is true. Let's take a look at the coordinating colors. Very bright, very vibrant. Yeah, I could see this in so many possibilities. Granny square, ripple, all kinds of ways you could do this. Or even just one solid color blanket and put a solid color border around it. Let's take a look at the next new color. I'm so excited about these colors. This next one is Electric Multi. Now, this is also a very unusual colorway.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking like back in the day where you had the black lights and those posters that when you turn your black light on, the colors popped out. Let's take a look at the double crocheted sample.
Yeah, this one's really unique. It's not my favorite, but I don't hate it either. It's just unique.
I think this is another one that it all depends on the stitch pattern you're using. I mean, looking at this, it almost looks like it's trying to create little arrows going across. But it's kind of uniform in the design, so not too bad. I still think the shorter stitches would look better. The knit sample. Now this one, I see that it creates that long, like black burst up through the middle. So I think that if this project was wider, you might not get that black on top of black like that. And these are probably smaller samples just to show you what the yarn looks like. But I think this is unusual and I like it. I like how that black just makes those other colors just pop right out. And I could see that maybe in a granny square with a black background, or a ripple with the black in between that multicolor. And look at these solid colors that go. Bright and beautiful.
The next color is Jellyfish Multi.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah, this is another good one.
It's on the softer side, but it's beautiful. It looks like lavender, a medium purple, and a blue. Let's look at the double crocheted sample. Oh, isn't that pretty? Even though this is the higher stitch, this looks nice done in this colorway. Very nice and uniform. I really like that. Let's take a look at the knit sample. Yeah, the knit sample, this is, I think, the first knit sample where I see, like, it's a little blotchy, where the lavender is kind of like blotching together. And again, it all depends on the size of your project. It could have so many different looks, even in the same stitch pattern, depending on the width of your project. Let's take a look at the solid colors. And isn't this so wonderful? You see the multi, and then can you click on those? Does it take you to the solid colors? It does not. It just shows them to you. And then we will put a link to the solid colors as well in the description box. You'll have to choose which multicolor you want, write down the solid colors, and then you can just go to the solid basic and pick those colors. So the next color, Jungle Multi. Now this is an unusual colorway. It almost reminds me of a camouflage style yarn. Looking at the skein, I'm not sure if I like this colorway. Let's take a look at the samples and see if I change my mind. So when I'm looking at the samples, I do like these colors put together. It almost looks like gray, black, and it almost looks like a light green, medium green, dark green on this. I really wish I had this yarn in hand so I could really see the difference, and that's what's so exciting. We will be ordering these in, and I can't wait to get them. I really wish I had them in hand to give you a better idea of what these yarns look like, but we'll get them as fast as we can. This is the double crochet sample, and then we have a knit sample. Now, when I look at this knit sample, it almost has an argyle pattern to it. So this one I think is pretty. I could see this maybe, you know, those quilts that they make with the jungle theme with the little monkeys in the forest. I think this would be pretty, using the multicolor and then using the solid colors to make like a little lion or an applique monkey and put on the blanket, and then use a solid color for the border. I just think it was pretty. This is what happens when I see yarn. I get these things in my head of things that I think might look good with these yarns. Let's take a look at the solid colors. Yeah, I'm seeing tans, blacks, neutral colors. What do you think of this yarn, Cody?
It's not bad. I wouldn't pick it because I like the lighter, brighter colors, but I'm sure people would love this color.
Yeah, to me, this might be nice for a man's hat and scarf, hunting season, or, you know, when they go to the camp, or you just want to make a blanket for the campground. Just nice neutral colors like green in the trees, bark of the trees, you know, just one of those natural colors I think would look good. Wow, another unusual natural colorway with blacks, grays, whites, tans. So I do like that they have the brighter colors, they have the softer colors. It seems like somebody sat and was trying to create colorways for everyone between the neutrals. This to me is a little unusual, but I think I like this one better than the last one. Let's take a look at the double crocheted sample.
Yeah, I would agree. I for sure like this one better than the last one. This is cool.
Yeah, I'm seeing the white, the tan, I believe that's gray, and black. So anyone that has maybe leather furniture, I could see how this would be pretty. Let's take a look at the knit sample. Now this sample I'm seeing right away where it's having that black blotchy going right up through the middle. And this is where I say it depends. I don't know how wide this sample is. They zoomed up on it. So I'm sure it was probably a smaller sample because they were, you know, doing the samples for the photo shoot. But that could change even using the same stitch pattern depending on the width. So I do like those colors together. Let's take a look at the solid colors. And then here are the solids where you're seeing the cream, the tans, the grays, and the black.
Okay, so we're down to our last one already. This is Sand Dune Multi.
Oh, I really like this one. Now, I'm not a brown person, but I have been finding that they have been coming out with the most beautiful brown yarns. And this is no exception. Sand dunes is an appropriate name because I can think of the desert, these colors. I can think of the beach. You know, if you have a beachy cottage by the beach. Very pretty. I love that white, just gives it a pop of color. Let's take a look at the knit sample. Have to say I like the knit sample better, so I think that if you used a single crochet or a shorter stitch, you may enjoy crocheting with this in a different stitch pattern. Let's take a look at the solid colors. Again, these are colors right up my alley. They are gorgeous. Creams and tans, very pretty. So now we're going to quickly show you the older colors if you're not familiar with them. The first color. So the first color is the Harvest Multi. This has been around for a while. The crocheted sample. And then the knit sample. And then the solid colors. So let's move on to the next color. This is the Impressionist Multi. Now, this first sample is not a true indication of this color. So Premier, if you watch this video, you really need to change this photo. This is washed out. There's too much light on this photo. So Cody's holding up this yarn. This is the true color. So that picture just had too much light exposure to it. It's very beautiful. Now, the knit sample, you can see those colors a lot better. And then below you're going to see the solid colors that match. That is a beautiful color of yarn. The next yarn is one I've used in several of my baby blankets, the Lullaby Multi. It's one of my favorite Premier Basic multi-colors. Now this photo needs change too. This is a little washed out. Cody, hold this up. It is a lighter color, but that is a little washed out. And then when he shows you the knit sample, you're going to see a more true indication of this color.
Yeah, it just looks like they had too bright of a light on it or too close.
Now this photo is more true to color. And then below that, you're going to see the solid colors. This is a gorgeous yarn. Now I used this color with just white and I thought it come out gorgeous. The next color is Americana Multi. Now the 4th of July is coming up, so if you wanted to make a quick 4th of July blanket, this is the crocheted sample, and I think this is very pretty, true to color. The next one is the knit sample, and below that you're going to see the solid colors, and I like both of those samples, knit and crocheted. And then the last yarn is the Merry Multi. This is great if you like to start those holiday projects early. I use this with the pure white for the Christmas celebration afghan. So let's take a look at the double crocheted sample, the knit sample, and then the solid colors below. So that is our video for today. We just wanted to bring these brand new colors to you because we're really excited to order them in. We'll have an affiliate link in the description box underneath the video. Click that link. It's going to bring you right to the multi-colors. And then we will also have a link to the solid colors. But if you're on Premier's website, all you have to do is go to yarns, click on the Premier Basic Solids, and you can go right to that yarn. So we are excited. We hope you are excited about all these new colors. Let us know in the description box which one was your favorite. Cody, which one was your favorite?
You know which one my favorite was.
This one. I like this one, but I also like that beautiful purple one. This also was a very pretty yarn, this color. So we have our favorites. Let us know what your favorite was. So we hope this video has got you inspired. So until next time, stay inspired and happy crocheting. Bye, everyone.